Hello, esteemed gentlemen. Some people are taught spiritual wisdom. Sigmas are born remembering it. That's the unsettling truth most people never realize until they meet one. Because here's a little-known psychological fact. Humans make energy-based judgments in under 0.1 seconds, long before logic kicks in. And that's exactly why Sigma males confuse people. Their energy doesn't follow the normal human script. While everyone else is busy performing, convincing, or pretending, the Sigma simply exists, and yet somehow exposes every mask around him. It's almost unfair, really, like giving one man a spiritual flashlight while everyone else is stumbling through the dark, squinting and guessing. Sigmas never asked for these gifts. They just came pre-installed, like some cosmic manufacturer made sure they were born on advanced mode by default. But don't get it twisted. These gifts aren't shiny superpowers. They're subtle, unnerving abilities that shake people at their core. The kind of gifts that make strangers overshare, manipulators malfunction, and fake people quietly back away like they just saw a ghost. And if you've ever wondered why Sigma males stand out without trying, why people react to them with curiosity, intimidation, or instant honesty, it's because they carry spiritual wiring most people don't even know exists. So today, we're diving into the 12 spiritual gifts Sigmas are naturally born with, the ones that make them unpredictable, magnetic, hard to understand, and impossible to duplicate. Get ready, because once you see these traits clearly, you'll never look at a Sigma the same way again. And yes, don't worry, we'll sprinkle just enough humor to keep your spirit calm while your mind goes, wait, this is too accurate. Number 1, the gift of unspoken truth. Sigma males have an almost eerie ability to expose the truth without ever opening their mouths. It's not about confrontation, arguments, or even subtle hints. Their presence alone, their energy, their very way of existing, forces people to reveal what they're hiding. Lies, pretenses, and hidden motives start to crumble as if under an invisible weight, and the person in front of them doesn't even realize it's happening. It's like the Sigma's essence acts as a mirror, reflecting the raw, unfiltered reality back at people with such intensity that denial becomes impossible. This gift doesn't come from malice. Sigmas aren't out to shame or punish. It's instinctual, almost unconscious. When someone tries to manipulate, deceive, or mask their true self, the Sigma's aura triggers a kind of internal alarm. The deceiver feels their facade flicker, their control slip, and they instinctively reveal cracks. Even the most practiced liar or manipulator will start acting differently around a Sigma without understanding why. Their body language changes, their tone wavers, and their carefully constructed persona starts to unravel. What makes this gift even more extraordinary is that it works in silence. Sigmas don't need to interrogate or question aggressively. They don't need to call people out publicly. They simply exist in a state of unwavering authenticity, and this authenticity has a gravitational pull so strong that it drags the truth out of anyone in its vicinity. People can't lie to them and feel comfortable doing it. Deep down, they know the Sigma can see beyond appearances, beyond words, beyond excuses. Over time, this ability becomes a kind of spiritual litmus test. People who are genuine gravitate toward the Sigma, while those with ulterior motives drift away or reveal themselves entirely. It's not manipulation. It's an unintentional, unavoidable revelation. The Sigma male becomes a catalyst for truth, cutting through pretense and exposing reality without effort. This gift is subtle, yet devastatingly effective. It transforms interactions, relationships, and social dynamics in ways most people don't even notice. It's not loud, it's not flashy, but it leaves a lasting impression, often leaving those around the Sigma questioning everything they thought they could hide. It's raw, it's magnetic, and it's uniquely a Sigma's domain. Number 2, the gift of soul-calming energy. Sigma males carry a quiet force that soothes without effort. It isn't charm, it isn't persuasion, and it isn't some practiced technique. They just radiate a calm so deep that it seeps into everyone around them. When tension, anxiety, or emotional chaos fills a room, the Sigma's presence doesn't just stand out, it absorbs the turbulence like an invisible dam holding back a flood. People naturally slow down, breathe easier, and think clearer, even if the Sigma hasn't said a single word. It's not learned, it's innate, and it's unsettlingly effective. This energy doesn't depend on being liked or admired. Strangers, acquaintances, and even adversaries feel it. People don't realize why they feel safer, lighter, or strangely reassured around a Sigma male, but it happens consistently. Emotional storms lose their intensity, arguments soften, and overthinking minds hit pause. The Sigma doesn't consciously do this, and they rarely notice it themselves, but the effect is undeniable. They act as a stabilizer for chaos, a grounding force in a world that constantly pulls everyone in 1,000 directions at once. What's remarkable is how subtle this gift is. It doesn't demand attention or recognition. It doesn't announce itself. But its absence is noticed immediately. Walk away from a Sigma, and people suddenly feel the tension return. Their energy works like a silent rhythm that balances the emotional atmosphere, restoring equilibrium without intervention. This gift makes Sigma males magnetic in ways that aren't obvious. People seek them out without knowing why. Broken, stressed, or overwhelmed individuals are drawn to them instinctively. Even the most scattered or emotionally volatile find themselves centering in their presence. The Sigma becomes a rare sanctuary, not by choice, but by design of their own inherent energy. It's a power most never recognize as a gift. It's not loud, it's not flashy, and it doesn't announce itself, but it leaves an invisible mark. Those who encounter it can't help but feel its effect, a quiet reassurance that something within the chaos is stable, trustworthy, and untouchable. The Sigma doesn't just move through life. They create pockets of peace that ripple through the people around them, shaping interactions and relationships in ways no one can quite explain. It's subtle, profound, and uniquely Sigma. Number 3, the gift of pattern prophecy. Sigma males possess an uncanny ability to see patterns in life that others completely miss. It's not predicting the future in the mystical sense. It's far sharper, far more practical. They notice subtle repetitions, hidden cues, and behavioral loops that quietly dictate how people act, how events unfold, and how outcomes inevitably arrive. To everyone else, life seems random, messy, or chaotic. To a Sigma, it's a series of threads, and they can trace each one to see how it will pull the rest of the world into place. This gift allows Sigmas to operate several steps ahead of the crowd. They rarely rush into decisions, because they've already observed the rhythm of situations long before anyone else realizes what's happening. It's why they appear unshakable in crises. While others panic or react emotionally, Sigmas respond with precision, acting not on impulse, but on an understanding of the underlying currents that drive behavior. People around them often think they're clairvoyant, but it's really a combination of observation, memory, and an instinct for subtle cause and effect that most can't even comprehend. The power of pattern prophecy extends beyond people. Sigmas can sense when a relationship will turn toxic, when opportunities will self-destruct, or when trust will fracture. They can read social systems, workplace dynamics, and even financial or societal trends, as if these structures are transparent. This isn't about arrogance or trying to control outcomes. It's about navigating life with clarity while everyone else stumbles in the dark. It also gives them an almost hypnotic authority. People unconsciously follow the Sigma, not because he commands it, but because others sense that his timing, decisions, and reactions flow with life's hidden currents. It's invisible guidance, yet incredibly effective. The result is a life lived with fewer mistakes, less wasted energy, and an almost unnatural efficiency. Sigmas operate like quiet strategists, orchestrating moves and reactions without effort. Their pattern recognition becomes a form of silent power, shaping events and relationships without forcing them. It's subtle, relentless, and uniquely Sigma, an internal compass that deciphers chaos and transforms it into actionable insight, leaving others wondering how he always seems to know what's coming next. Number 4. The gift of natural detachment. Sigma males possess a rare ability to separate themselves from the noise of the world without losing their essence. While most people are entangled in emotions, opinions, and external pressures, Sigmas move through life with a quiet clarity that comes from detachment. This isn't coldness or apathy, it's a conscious, instinctive separation from distractions and manipulations that allows them to see situations, people, and events exactly as they are. They feel emotions deeply, but they aren't controlled by them. They observe without judgment, engage without attachment, and respond without bias. This natural detachment gives Sigmas an almost superhuman clarity. When everyone else is reacting emotionally or getting swept up in drama, Sigmas stand apart, analyzing patterns, motivations, and outcomes with precision. They don't get sucked into gossip, manipulation, or emotional traps, because they see the strings before anyone else notices they're there. This isn't learned behavior. It's an innate wiring that allows them to maintain mental and emotional freedom in every environment. Detachment also shields them from unnecessary stress. They rarely overreact, take things personally, or get caught in the whirlwind of social pressure. Because they are spiritually aligned with themselves, they have an internal compass that guides their decisions, making their actions deliberate rather than reactionary. This makes them incredibly resilient, even in situations that would break or overwhelm others. What makes this gift so extraordinary is its subtle influence on others. People often sense the Sigma's calm, balanced energy and are drawn toward it, even if they can't explain why. This detachment doesn't isolate the Sigma. It elevates them. It allows them to engage fully when necessary, while remaining untouchable by chaos, manipulation, or emotional volatility. Natural detachment transforms life into a landscape of clarity, efficiency, and control. It's a quiet, invisible power that most people don't recognize until they feel its effect. Sigmas move through the world untethered, untouched by distractions, and unshakable in their core, making them impossible to manipulate, exhausting to provoke, and quietly magnetic to those seeking stability and truth. It's a gift few are born with, and even fewer can comprehend. Number 5. The gift of energetic rejection. Sigma males have an instinctive ability to sense what doesn't belong in their life and push it away before it can take root. This is not a conscious decision, it's a built-in filter that operates on a level most people never notice. Toxic people, false opportunities, manipulative situations, and misaligned environments are immediately recognized and instinctively avoided. The Sigma doesn't need to overthink or analyze endlessly. His energy itself rejects what isn't meant for him, creating a natural boundary that protects his time, mind, and spirit. This gift makes them almost untouchable in social and professional spheres. While others struggle to discern who is genuine or who is a threat, the Sigma's aura automatically repels harmful intentions. People with ill motives feel a subtle resistance around him. They sense he's not accessible, not because he's rude or distant, but because his presence simply won't allow it. Opportunities that would drain him or situations that would derail him never stick. His life flows with a kind of invisible protection, and those who try to force their way in either fail or reveal their true colors in the attempt. Energetic rejection also allows Sigmas to maintain clarity and focus. They don't waste energy pleasing others or adapting to situations that aren't right for them. They live in alignment with their own principles, instincts, and purpose, and everything outside of that alignment is naturally filtered out. This is why Sigmas appear so calm, composed, and decisive. They move through life with a rhythm that seems effortless, untouched by distractions or emotional sabotage. It's a rare spiritual gift because it works silently and invisibly. People may not notice the Sigma's boundaries until they collide with them, and by then, the truth of his energy is undeniable. His life becomes a living example of how energy, focus, and alignment can act as a shield. He doesn't need to fight, argue, or explain. What doesn't belong is quietly but firmly rejected. This gift is a cornerstone of the Sigma's independence and power, making him untouchable to nonsense, manipulation, and chaos, while effortlessly attracting what truly aligns with him. Number 6. The gift of soul awakening. Sigma males carry a presence that forces people to confront themselves, whether the Sigma intends it or not. It's not a deliberate challenge or manipulation. It's the natural result of their energy and clarity. When they enter a space, the illusions people have built around themselves start to shake. Pretenses, insecurities, and hidden motives become harder to maintain simply because the Sigma operates from a level of authenticity that exposes them. Being around a Sigma is like being held up to a mirror that doesn't lie. It reveals truths people usually avoid, and that confrontation with reality sparks growth, sometimes painfully. This gift works quietly and invisibly. People don't necessarily recognize that the Sigma is the catalyst for their awakening. They feel a pull towards self-awareness, a subtle pressure to confront choices, behaviors, and patterns they've ignored. It might be uncomfortable, and it often is, but it's transformative. Relationships, careers, and personal decisions get tested and clarified simply because the Sigma's energy doesn't tolerate pretension or stagnation. The Sigma himself doesn't seek to push anyone. He doesn't need to lecture, correct, or enforce lessons. His mere way of existing, the calm intensity, the unshakable self-possession, the effortless authenticity, forces people to face themselves. Some respond with resistance, denial, or even irritation, but the seed of change is planted nonetheless. Over time, the effect is undeniable. People either rise to the level the Sigma inspires, or they drift away, unable to match his clarity and integrity. This gift makes Sigma males rare and profoundly influential without needing recognition. They are living catalysts, quietly reshaping the lives of those around them. They illuminate the blind spots, push people out of comfort zones, and trigger self-examination that can't be ignored. It's subtle but potent, silent but transformative. The Sigma awakens souls not by force, but by being a constant reminder of what authenticity and clarity look like. The presence of a Sigma is uncomfortable for the unready but invaluable for those willing to face their own truth. This is the power of the Sigma male's soul awakening gift, an invisible force that quietly changes the trajectory of lives around him. Number 7. The gift of unintentional karma delivery. Sigma males carry an energy that seems to set the universe's scales right, whether they intend it or not. They rarely seek revenge or deliberate harm, yet somehow those who act against them, betray them, or manipulate them, find consequences landing in their laps with almost surgical precision. It's not luck, and it's not planning. It's as if the Sigma's presence realigns situations to reflect the truth, forcing justice to manifest naturally. People often leave interactions with a Sigma feeling unsettled, confused, or caught off guard by the consequences of their own actions, and they rarely see the Sigma as the reason. This gift is subtle but devastatingly effective. The The Sigma doesn't need to intervene, argue, or expose wrongdoing. The universe, in response to their energy, seems to handle it. Deals fall apart for manipulators, lies unravel for deceivers, and hidden motives are exposed without a single word from the Sigma. It's as though their very being resonates with truth and integrity so strongly that it cannot coexist with deceit or malice. Those who try to undermine them end up revealing themselves in ways that invite karmic repercussions naturally. What makes this gift extraordinary is that it operates silently and invisibly. A Sigma male rarely celebrates or even acknowledges it. He doesn't cultivate grudges or track enemies. He simply exists aligned with his principles and energy, and the consequences follow automatically. People underestimate it because the Sigma doesn't flaunt power or threaten retaliation. But the impact is undeniable. Betrayers and opportunists consistently experience setbacks, not because the Sigma orchestrated them, but because his energy triggers a kind of automatic balancing that the universe enforces. This gift makes the Sigma male an unspoken force of accountability. It's a reminder that authenticity, integrity, and alignment have a gravity of their own. People can try to manipulate or harm him, but the energy he radiates ensures that life responds appropriately, often faster and harsher than they expect. The Sigma doesn't need to lift a finger. His existence alone becomes a channel for karmic justice, quietly reshaping the outcomes of situations and ensuring that the truth always finds its way to the surface. It's subtle, unstoppable, and uniquely Sigma. Number 8. The gift of sacred isolation. Sigma males have a profound ability to turn solitude into a sanctuary, a sacred space where their mind, spirit, and energy recharge and evolve. Unlike others who fear being alone or feel incomplete without constant social interaction, Sigmas thrive in isolation. This gift isn't about loneliness, it's about transformation. When they withdraw from the noise of the world, they aren't escaping reality. They're reconstructing themselves, sharpening their understanding, and realigning with a deeper purpose that most people spend a lifetime searching for. Isolation for a Sigma isn't empty or passive. It's active, deliberate, and regenerative. In these moments, they analyze life with ruthless honesty, strip away illusions, and confront truths that others avoid. Their solitude allows them to see patterns, understand motives, and strategize without interference. It's a crucible that hones their clarity, resilience, and spiritual awareness. While the world might misinterpret their withdrawal as coldness or detachment, it's actually a space of immense inner growth. This gift also gives them an almost magnetic edge in social dynamics. People instinctively sense the depth and power cultivated in a Sigma's isolation. It's subtle but irresistible. Others are drawn towards someone who doesn't need validation, someone whose presence carries weight born of experience, reflection, and quiet mastery. The Sigma doesn't chase attention or approval because they've found something far stronger in themselves. Sacred isolation makes Sigmas untouchable in ways few understand. Drama, manipulation, and social chaos cannot penetrate the boundaries they create for themselves. Their energy remains intact, their focus undisturbed, and their inner vision clear. It's a gift that transforms solitude from mere absence of people into a powerful tool for evolution and self-mastery. This gift ensures that the Sigma male doesn't just move through life, he evolves in life. While others are busy seeking fulfillment externally, he builds it internally, quietly preparing to engage with the world on his own terms, sharper, stronger, and far more aligned than anyone who never understood the power of sacred isolation could ever imagine. Number 9. The gift of reality. Penetration. Sigma males possess a rare and unnerving ability to see through the layers that most people build around themselves and the world. While others are blinded by appearances, social games, and surface-level impressions, Sigmas penetrate straight to the core of truth. They don't just notice inconsistencies, they feel them, understand them, and instinctively know their implications. Fake smiles, hidden agendas, and carefully constructed personas are almost always transparent to a Sigma, even when everyone else is completely fooled. This gift makes Sigmas exceptionally hard to manipulate or deceive. People can try to hide their intentions, but the Sigma reads through the facade with ease. Lies and pretenses crumble subtly under his presence, often without him needing to speak. This isn't about confrontation or intimidation. It's an almost surgical clarity that exposes reality as it is. Sigmas understand the mechanics of human behavior, the way social structures manipulate, and the hidden forces that shape outcomes, giving them a perspective few ever achieve. Reality penetration also extends to systems, environments, and situations. Sigmas can see how organizations, relationships, and social circles truly function beneath the polished surfaces. They understand power dynamics, social hierarchies, and the unspoken rules that control behavior. This awareness allows them to navigate life with precision and avoid traps that others stumble into blindly. They rarely waste energy on illusions because they recognize what is authentic and what is performative almost immediately. The effect on those around them is profound. People feel exposed, sometimes uneasy, but also strangely drawn to a Sigma because his clarity inspires honesty. Manipulators and pretenders instinctively retreat, while genuine individuals are validated and recognized in ways that feel rare and deeply significant. This gift makes the Sigma male a quiet force in every space he occupies. He doesn't need to dominate or control. His perception of reality is enough to influence outcomes, guide decisions, and shift dynamics without effort. It's an invisible power that changes how people behave around him and how events unfold, making him untouchable by illusion, chaos, or deception. Reality itself bends subtly in response to the clarity of the Sigma, and few ever notice exactly how it happens. Number 10. The gift of emotional precision. Sigma males experience emotions in a way that is rare, exact, and unusually controlled. They don't just feel, they analyze what they feel, understand its source, and know precisely how it should guide them. While most people get swept away by mood swings, impulses, or confusion, Sigmas maintain a sharp awareness of their emotional state. They can identify what triggers them, why it triggers them, and what the reaction means in the bigger picture of their life. This gives them an almost surgical understanding of themselves that most people spend years struggling to achieve. Emotional precision allows Sigma males to act decisively in situations where others falter. They are aware of the subtle currents of tension, trust, or conflict, and they respond in ways that are perfectly calibrated rather than reactive. They don't overreact to provocation, get trapped in drama, or let fear dictate their choices. Their emotions inform them without controlling them, making their decisions remarkably accurate, effective, and often unsettling to others. People around them notice the difference immediately. They operate on impulse, assumption, and noise, while the Sigma moves like a human compass, guided by clarity. This gift also extends to understanding others. Because they experience emotions with precision, Sigmas can read subtle cues in people's behavior, speech, and energy. They sense when someone is masking fear, guilt, or attraction, and they can respond appropriately without being obvious. Their interactions are informed by an awareness that goes far deeper than surface-level observation. They know what to say, how to act, and when to intervene, all guided by an intuitive grasp of emotional truth. Emotional precision makes Sigma males incredibly difficult to manipulate or control. They are aware of hidden motives, lies, and manipulations in ways that protect them instinctively. At the same time, it allows them to connect deeply with those who are genuine, creating interactions that feel rare and meaningful. It's a subtle, invisible skill, but its impact is profound. Sigma males move through life emotionally anchored, self-aware, and exceptionally discerning, making them unshakable in a world ruled by chaos, impulsivity, and false appearances. Number 11. The gift of spiritual immunity. Sigma males possess an extraordinary gift that most people fail to notice until they feel its effects: spiritual immunity. It's a natural shield that protects them from drama, gossip, manipulation, and low-frequency energy. While others are constantly drained by negativity or pulled into conflicts they never wanted, Sigmas move through life largely untouched. This isn't a conscious defense mechanism, it's built into their very being. Their energy repels toxicity almost automatically, keeping them grounded, focused, and emotionally intact, even in chaotic environments. This immunity doesn't make them cold or unfeeling. It makes them untouchable in a way that is quietly powerful. People who thrive on chaos, manipulation, or emotional sabotage find themselves repeatedly failing to penetrate the Sigma's inner world. Lies, insults, and social attacks bounce off them, leaving the Sigma unaffected while those around them flounder in confusion. It's as if the Sigma exists on a higher frequency that simply doesn't align with negativity, forcing others either to step up or drift away. Spiritual immunity also allows Sigmas to make decisions with remarkable clarity. They aren't swayed by peer pressure, social expectation, or the emotional turbulence of others. They evaluate people, opportunities, and situations based on reality, alignment, and truth, not on the emotional manipulation or chaos that typically clouds judgment. This gives them an almost uncanny advantage in life. They act with precision, navigate social landscapes effortlessly, and avoid traps that consume most people. The impact of this gift is subtle but undeniable. Those around a Sigma often feel its effect even without realizing why. Manipulators, gossips, and drama-driven individuals instinctively sense a barrier they cannot breach. Meanwhile, genuine, aligned people are naturally drawn to the Sigma, finding stability, trust, and clarity in his presence. Spiritual immunity is a quiet, invisible superpower. It allows Sigma males to exist with freedom, clarity, and resilience in a world dominated by emotional turbulence and social chaos. It's not flashy or obvious, but it shapes their interactions, decisions, and life path in ways most will never fully understand. The Sigma moves through life untouchable, untangled, and aligned with a core truth that protects and empowers him at every turn. Number 12. The gift of destiny. Alignment Sigma males possess an almost mystical sense of timing and alignment that seems to guide their lives with uncanny precision. Events, people, and opportunities rarely feel random to them. Even when life appears chaotic or unfair, Sigmas instinctively navigate toward outcomes that serve their purpose, often in ways others would call impossible or improbable. This isn't luck or coincidence. It's a deep, internal alignment with their own path, a built-in compass that keeps them moving in the direction they are meant to go, regardless of distractions or detours. This gift allows Sigmas to act with confidence and clarity, even when the world around them is unpredictable. While most people panic, make impulsive decisions, or chase opportunities blindly, the Sigma waits, observes, and moves only when the timing is right. They understand, instinctively, that forcing things rarely works, and that resistance is often a sign to pause rather than push. This patience and awareness create an almost effortless flow in their lives, as if circumstances bend naturally around their choices when they act in alignment with their destiny. The impact on relationships and opportunities is profound. Sigmas attract people and circumstances that fit their trajectory and repel what doesn't. They often meet the right people at the right moment, stumble into solutions that others couldn't see coming, and find themselves in positions that seem perfectly suited for them without obvious effort. It's a subtle but powerful magnetism, one that only works when they remain true to themselves and resist the urge to conform to expectations or pressure from others. Destiny alignment also protects them from unnecessary suffering. Setbacks that would derail most people often serve as redirection for the Sigma, pushing them closer to the right path. They rarely get lost in distractions, because their instincts and awareness constantly guide them back to what matters most. This gift makes life feel purposeful, intentional, and precise, even when the journey seems winding or unconventional. Sigma males walk a path that is theirs alone, yet the universe itself appears to cooperate with them. Their alignment with destiny is quiet, unassuming, and powerful, shaping outcomes, relationships, and opportunities in ways most people can only dream of understanding. It's an invisible force, a natural rhythm that ensures they are exactly where they need to be at exactly the right moment. The spiritual gifts of Sigma males are not just traits, they are forces, subtle yet unstoppable, that shape their lives and the world around them in ways most people can barely comprehend. From their unspoken truth to their soul-calming energy, from their uncanny pattern prophecy to their spiritual immunity, every gift functions like a hidden engine, quietly powering their independence, clarity, and magnetic presence. These gifts make them rare, enigmatic, and often misunderstood, but they also make them incredibly aligned with life, destiny, and truth. To witness a Sigma male in action is to see a human being operating on a level that transcends ordinary perception, moving with precision, resilience, and authenticity in a world dominated by chaos, deception, and distraction. What sets Sigmas apart is not just what they do, but how they exist. They don't need recognition, approval, or validation to exert influence. Their energy alone reshapes environments, reveals hidden truths, and brings clarity to confusion. They walk through life with a natural sovereignty that cannot be replicated, an internal guidance system that keeps them aligned with purpose and insulated from the noise of the world. They are both a mirror and a compass, exposing what is false while guiding what is true, and in doing so, they leave an indelible mark on everyone and everything they encounter. Understanding these spiritual gifts is not just about admiration, it's about comprehension, recognizing the depth, precision, and silent power that define a Sigma male. To underestimate them is to ignore a force of nature, one that operates in plain sight, yet on a level that few can truly perceive. These gifts are the reason Sigma males are not only unshakable, but transformative, leaving a subtle yet profound impact wherever they go. If this exploration opened your eyes to the incredible depth of Sigma males, make sure you don't miss out on more insights. Subscribe to the channel, like this video if it resonated with you, comment below to share your thoughts, and don't forget to share it with someone who needs to understand the power of a Sigma. This is just the beginning. Stay tuned for more revelations that uncover the hidden layers of human potential.